All right, welcome in. Mount Palumba Speaks here. We can do a little all 22. The film don't lie. The eye in the sky don't lie. It never does, right? Well, it was a great game for the Broncos, so should be some fun to dig into this film. There's a saying that goes around in the NFL that it's never as good as you think. It's never as bad as you think. So we'll find out in this case. I mean, look, obviously it felt like everything went perfect in that game. And I have not gone back and watched all 22 yet. So this will be the first time I'm doing that. So we'll find out. Look, I'm not going into this with any predetermined opinion on what I'm going to see, other than when we watched the game live, it looked pretty damn good. Look, Bo Nix had the best game of his career. And that was great to see because we needed to see some progress. When the season's all said and done, we need a handful of standout games for Bo Nix, right? We don't need every game to be perfect, but we do need a handful of standout games. And that game certainly qualifies. Although it was against the worst defense in the NFL, I really don't care. They handled their business the way that they were supposed to handle their business. Bo Nix, he easily could have thrown for over 300 yards in that game had his receivers caught a handful of passes. Troy Franklin, listen, brother, you can't catch a football. You shouldn't be on a football field. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. That's the way it's got to go, man. You got to make tough decisions. And right now, Troy Franklin is flat out letting down his team, and he's letting down Bo Nix. Bo Nix was 28 of 37 for 284 yards, threw 3 touchdowns in that game. If you include some of those drop passes, the one from Marvin Mims where he doesn't even turn around and look at the football, the one from Troy Franklin, Bo Nix easily goes for 330 in that game. So had the potential to be an even better game than it was for Bo Nix. That being said, everything looked good. So without any further ado, let's dive into the film and see what it looked like. Okay, first play of the game here. The Broncos been using a lot of cross flow action from their tight ends in the running game. This one wouldn't necessarily be cross flow because the tight end is put in motion before the snap, and then you get another one that comes with them, right? But all that's doing is we're just messing with the defense as much as we possibly can. So we've got this is going to be like a duo play where we're going to get double teams here to here, double teams here to 47, and then these two are going to double here to 56, it looks like. So the two most important blocks are going to be between these two, 99 to 36, and these two, 93 to 47. If this is duo, I think it is. Well, it's a variation, but actually it's power. I'm sorry, this is power. Got a pulling guard. Nowhere to go. Pause it right there. These two right here, we got to get more momentum. Quinn Minders usually gets a whole lot more momentum than that. And then right here, we end up getting ISO'd up because our tight end doesn't give us any help. And just nowhere to go. So Javante's got to bounce this ball outside. Ends up getting 2 or 3 yards out of it. Tough run, but not much momentum from the O-line. Okay, gun runs. Gun runs are usually tough, but this turns out to be a great run. Looks like this might have been a zone read. Let's see. Yeah, this was a zone read. So Bo Nix is going to read number 40 out here. If 40 rushes up the field, Bo Nix is going to hand the ball off. If 40 crashes down the field, then Bo Nix is going to keep the ball. In this play, 40 doesn't make a decision, really. He just kind of stands put. So Bo Nix, when in doubt, hand the ball off. And no movement at all from our right tackle. Pretty decent movement from our right guard and our center and their combo block up to 56. And then, I love this backside block from Ben Powers. Watch Ben Powers, your left guard back here. He's going to get cross face on him. He's going to get his number to the play side, and he's going to keep running with him. Jaleel McLaughlin can't get this guy enough touches, man. All he does is make plays. All right, I'm going to rewind this here. Okay. Got a quick hit and passing play. We got a couple options that are going to be open. We got this. We got this. Bo Nix finds little Jordan Humphrey, delivers the ball, stays on time. What I loved about Bo Nix, oh gosh, I forgot about this. This is the fumble. Sean Payton was losing his damn mind after the game about all the fumbles. Sean actually said after the game, he's so frustrated about the fumbles. He said, look, our wide receivers are going to learn how to hold on to that football. And if they can't hold on to the football, we will find ourselves new wide receivers. He was super ticked off at little Jordan Humphrey, and he was super ticked off at Courtland Sutton at the end of the game as well. The TV highlighted Sean Payton as Courtland Sutton came to the sideline, and he ripped Courtland Sutton a new one. Look, these fumbles from running backs are a little bit more forgivable than fumbles from wide receivers, just simply based off of the action and all the bodies that are in on it. But for these guys to have a fumble early on, man, it's devastating. We ended up giving the Panthers a short field here. Panthers are able to capitalize on it, and the Broncos go down 7-0. Fortunately, the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL, and the Broncos are able to overcome an early deficit. But these fumbles, they got to get rid of them, man. Ball's on the ground way too much. All right, coming out with the play action shot. I'm going to back it up here. Okay, play action is usually when you take your shot plays. Okay, your shot plays down the field, they usually don't come off your 5 steps. Sometimes you throw a shot play off a 7-step. Play action is when you want to throw the ball down the field. So Bo Nix gets to the top of his drop, and right there is when he's got to make a decision. Okay, we're going to have this dig route coming across the middle of the field, and then Courtland Sutton is about to run down the seam. Probably could have taken a shot to Courtland Sutton down the middle of the field here, but Bo Nix decides to just take profit. It's all right. I think he probably had a chance to throw that ball down the field to Courtland Sutton, though. All right, let's check out the pass protection. Fantastic pass protection. If I told you guys that Garrett Bowles and Mike McGlinchey, well, really it's a combination of Mike McGlinchey and some of the other right tackles that played, but the tackles for the Denver Broncos, that pair, they've given up the fewest sacks and pressures in the NFL. Would you believe me? I bet a lot of you would not. This Denver Broncos offensive line is balling right now, and Bo Nix did a much better job of trusting what an NFL pocket looks like in this game against the Panthers. Okay, we got a toss play. 19 truck. That's what we used to call it. T is for tackle pull. Anytime you see this bunch look over here that is close to the tackle, think outside runs. It's a good opportunity to get a down block. We'll probably get a down block here. 17 will pull around. Garrett Bowles will pull around. And then we've got a tough block right here that we got to get play side. But anytime you see that bunch look, you know that there's a good chance the Broncos are trying to get that ball outside. Immediately, though, let me back it up. Okay, we'll start with the crack block from little Jordan Humphrey, number 84. Okay, he does a good job. He gets his hat play side. Obviously, I would prefer that he not get punked backwards like that, but at least he stays in front of him. Then we've got a good block from our wide receiver out here. I think that's Vele. Now let's see what Garrett Bowles does in the alley. Ballsy doesn't find anybody to hit and got nowhere to go. Reason we've got nowhere to go. Okay, let's watch our center, number 54. Okay, listen. First off, Alex Forsythe has been doing a great job for the Broncos. This is not necessarily the best moment he's had, but watch 54 on his angle to 47. Listen, he's just got to understand. He's got to understand who the best athlete is here. He's got to take a better angle. He takes the best angle he possibly can. But 47 does a great job of reading this immediately. He gets on his high horse, just starts sprinting outside. Unfortunately, Alex Forsyth does not get to his man. So he's going to try to slingshot him here. He's going to reach his left hand arm around and then his right arm, and he's going to try to shove him up the field. Doesn't quite get it done, though, and unfortunately his man ends up in the hole, nowhere to go. We take a quick timeout here for anyone that is listening right now. Would you do me a favor? I've been having some audio issues. If there are any issues going on with my audio or the video, would you please send in a comment, whether you're watching on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching right now. If you could just let me know if everything's coming out clean. I'm going to power forward because I've not seen anybody saying that it's not good. But we have had some issues, and if you just keep me aware of it, if something pops up, that would be awesome. Thank you. Okay, bubble screen. This is our Demaryius Thomas. How many times do we see DT take this play to the house? A lot of times when you run these bubble screens out to your wide receivers, you'll take your right tackle, take him out, try to get a kick block. Broncos run a bit of a variation of it here that does not involve the offensive tackle. Not much to get done there. Broncos started off slow, but they found their rhythm and they got things going. Ooh, I think I like this movement from the offensive line on this play. We'll see when we get to the end zone. End zone's always a better copy when you're looking for offensive line play. Okay, gun run. So anytime we're running gun runs, it's got to go away from the running back. So it's going to go zone away. Otherwise, you got to toss it to him if you want to go play side. So you know that it's probably not going to hit outside because when you start from the gun, it's just very, very difficult. You're not in the right position. So it's probably going to be inside zone. So our biggest blocks here. We're pushing this thing all the way across. I'm not sure if they misidentified this or not. I'm not quite sure why these two are going out here. I probably would have gone combo 94-47, combo 91-56, and then had these two work up here. For whatever reason, they pushed it outside. If I go back to the wide angle, maybe there's a reason. I think the Broncos misidentified that. But let's watch the movement from Mike McGlinchey over there on 93. That's great move. That's great movement. Our tight ends did a great job in this game, both in the passing game and the running game. I like what Lucas Kroll does here. Look, that's an NFL run. They're not all going to break free for 12 yards, 18 yards. You got to live in the 45-yard range. You'll take that. Okay, we got a power pass here. Play action coming off of power. Quinn Miners is going to pull. Another great protection. Quinn Miners just gets beat here. I'm not sure what he's doing. Oh, you know what? I know exactly what he's doing. This ball is designed to be a tight end screen, okay? If you see all your offensive linemen, 69, 72, Quinn Miners, they're all working back out here. I'll rewind it a little bit more. Watch your tight end over here on the right side of the screen, left hand as we look at it. He's going to block, engage, then he's going to shed him. He's looking for the ball. Bo Nix thought that was a dangerous pass, so he goes back to the other side, and I think we get a legal man down the field here. I believe that's what the penalty was because the offensive line got down the field because they thought it was going to be a screen pass to their tight end. Love this. Love this. All right. Pause. Okay. Right now is when Bo Nix has got to make a decision. I think this is Cortland Sutton at the top of this screen up here. He's running about 15-yard dig route. This is Bo Nix's favorite throw. He has his most success on the dig throws, and when he throws it right, that ball's going to get out right about the second that Cortland Sutton gets out of his break. We'll see how he does it. A few games back, he completed some balls to him, but he waited till Cortland was 3 or 4 yards already out of that break, and it gives the defender an opportunity to just catch up to the ball. So let's look at the timing here. Okay, boom, boom. Right then, okay, Cortland's about to make his break, and ball's out. Love that. Great timing from Bo Nix. Cortland Sutton had a big game. I know he had the fumble at the end of the game there, but huge game from your captain. Okay, how's our protection? Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal protection. I'm telling you, as maligned as this offensive line has been over the years, they're playing as good a football as they have since the Super Bowl. Oh, we got great movement on this one. Okay, I'm going to go to the end zone copy. Okay, we got a balanced look here. All right. So we got a tight end on the left. We got a tight end on the right. When we get to the line of scrimmage here, Bo Nix has got the ability to run this ball to either direction. So if it's called 18, you can can it to 19 or vice versa. We like our numbers over here to the left-hand side, to the Broncos' left hand. You've got a safety out of the box. I actually wouldn't mind seeing them run this ball to the right, because you could get a hat for here, hat for there, and then we could work up to the safety. It doesn't really matter. You got a clean box no matter what. They choose to run 19 here, outside zone. Okay, let's start with our combo block. Let's watch Garrett Bowles and Ben Powers. They're going to combo 94 to 56. All right. So Ben Powers can't give a whole lot of help to 94 because he knows that 56 has got inside leverage on him. That's pretty good movement from Garrett Bowles. Ben Powers gets up on his man. Now, on the backside, we're comboing Alex Forsyth and Quinn Miners. We're going 99 to 47. We're going to go man on the backside here. I like that from Quinn Miners. He knows that his linebacker is so far behind him that he can get super heavy on 99. Gets a good push on him. That's a great run. Great job all the way across the board. Okay. You know what? I'm going to change my settings in here really quick. I guess that doesn't really make a difference, does it? No. All right, we'll go with that. Let me back this up. I didn't really look at the play. Okay, it looks like Bo Nix is trying to get out of the pocket here, and it looks like that's by design how quickly he does it. It almost looks like he gets forced back into the pocket because Carolina brings a blitz off the right side of the screen. This was a bit of a risky throw because Bo Nix he just wasn't able to get out of the pocket like he wanted to. So his momentum and his footwork got stopped on him a little bit, and he throws this ball just a little bit behind Cortland Sutton. Fairly lucky this didn't turn into a turnover here. That easily could have been a tip ball from Cortland. Tips and overthrows, got to get those. That's when you get your interceptions. Anytime you see a quarterback start pump faking like this, 1, 2, 3, you know you're in for trouble. If you see that, cross your fingers, say a little prayer, and just hope that you don't have anything bad happen because nothing good happens when a quarterback starts pump faking. Okay, tremendous protection here by the offensive line. Obviously, we get beat late, but let's go 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. I mean, we got 4 seconds in the pocket there. Someone's got to get open. Well, we do have someone on the bottom part of the screen, but it looks like that's not in Bo Nix's progression. Lucas Kroll is wide open down here, and someone at the top's throwing his hand up. Okay. Ooh, why didn't we choose that? Look, you never know what the progression is unless you're the quarterback or the coach. But it looks like anytime Bo Nix got his eyes to the right side of the field here, he's probably going high, low, high, low. And we do have a touchdown throw here. I don't know why Bo didn't throw that one. Well, let's back it up. Let's see when he gets free. No, that ball should be out right now. The second he makes that break, he knows that he's got no safety help. Yeah, Bo definitely should have thrown this ball. Okay, let's check out the O-line. Jeez. I mean, this is across the board. Okay, first off, let's go Mike McGlinchey, right tackle. I don't love the wrap. Okay, watch his hands. Okay, his hands are going to go like this, right? Anytime you do that, you are giving yourself up to be vulnerable to the bull rush. Fortunately, Mike McGlinchey is a strong dude here, even though because watch Clowney gets his head, his hands, everything's inside of his chest there. Fortunately, McGlinchey's a strong dude who's able to withstand it, but not very good technique. Good result from your right tackle. You're great at right guard. Ben Powers, phenomenal. Bowles, phenomenal. I mean, listen, Powers gets beat eventually there, but like I said, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. That ball's got to be out, brother. Bo Nix can't be taking that sack. Come on. 4 seconds. I promise you, Ben Powers does not get credited for that sack by his coaches. I promise you. Now, some dumb TV commentator probably is going to attribute that to the offensive line. That ain't on the offensive line. Nobody cares about a punt. Okay, love this. The only team worse than the Denver Broncos covering tight ends over the last 5 or 6 years is the Carolina Panthers. They can't get within 6 yards of a tight end. I mean, good Lord here. Nate Atkins, Lucas Kroll, Adam Troutman, all three of those guys pretty much had the game of their life. I'm pulling up the stats here really quick as I got this paused. Broncos, okay. Adam Troutman, 4 catches, 85 yards. That's a hell of a game, man. Adam Troutman caught his first ever touchdown in this game. And when I say first ever, outside of a preseason game, he had never caught a touchdown at any level, high school, college, or NFL. This was the first touchdown of his life. All right, this play is Mike Shanahan staple. Fake 19, keep right. We're going to get all the offensive line running to the left. We're going to pull everybody to the left. We're going to bootleg out to the right. I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about football here, okay? You see Jadeveon Clowney back here. He's going to be unblocked. Football is played 10 versus 11. You got 11 guys on defense. You got 10 guys on offense because the quarterback does not count. You will never have enough hats to block everybody. So in a wide zone running scheme, you always leave this in man on the line, Jadeveon Clowney, unblocked, whether it's anytime you're running the ball or you're using play action. So the reason you're able to do it is because when you run the ball well, what happens here? Okay, Jadeveon Clowney thinks that you're handing the ball off. He's going to crash down the field, and that's why you're able to sneak your quarterback out to the right here. You also, what's important is when you do run the ball, your quarterback has to roll out as if he's got the ball every single time. It's the only way that you can keep that guy contained because you don't have a hat to block him. You have to utilize play action to try to control the backside defensive end, both in the run game and in the play action game. Happy for Adam Troutman, though. Look, the Broncos tight ends are not exactly a bunch of household names. And if the Broncos were going to add a player at the trade deadline, I would imagine it would be a tight end. But happy for Adam Troutman. Okay, let's go back to the beginning here. All right, we're going play action again. Why has the protection been so great? Because when you run the ball well, you get to use play action. When you use play action, it's easy to pass protect. It makes life so much easier on your offensive line. So we got another play action pass here. Bo does a good job, gets that ball out quick. And we're rolling. Bo Nix he's got a sixth sense, man. How many times this year has he pulled that Houdini move when he's got someone coming off his blind side and he dips underneath him at the right second? He does it again here. I don't know how this dude pulls it off. Watch. Boom. Feels it, gets out of that thing, gets the ball away. But let's back up and let's see what goes wrong. Okay. Our puller, Ben Powers, is actually pulling for Jadeveon Clowney. He's pulling for the end man on the line here. So you're going to see 74 in this play action pass. He's pulling for Clowney. Clowney just happens to pinch down the line. So Mike McGlinchey ends up picking him up. Ben Powers, excuse me, Quinn Miners gets this guy. And then your running back's got a tough job. He's got to get to the blitzer coming off the right hand of the screen. It looks like Ben Powers is blocking nobody. In reality, he's supposed to block Clowney. We're all good here. Bo Nix got that Spidey sense, though. Okay, we're going empty protection. All right. When you go empty protection, the Broncos aren't going to have to worry about it on this play because they only rush four. But when you go empty, okay, you only got 5 offensive linemen. You got no running back in protection. So the offensive line will be responsible for 5 guys. In this situation, it's 1, 2, 3, 47, 4, 5. If a 6th guy comes, the quarterback has to always be responsible for him. It's always on the quarterback to get rid of the ball. If you get a blitzer, if the 6th guy sacks the quarterback, blame the QB, not the offensive line. Not the best throw from Bo Nix here. Mike McGlinchey oversets this thing a little bit. Okay, 1, 2. You always want to stay on the inside shoulder of your defensive end. So he starts to drift a little bit. Jadeveon Clowney undercuts him. And bit fortunate, Bo Nix got rid of that ball quickly because we could have had problems if Bo held on to that ball. That would have been Sack City if Bo had to hold on to that football. Okay, here's how you know when a quarterback's playing on time. Okay, watch, look at Bo Nix. Okay. Actually, I'm going to back it up just a little bit. Right now. Okay. That ball is already starting to come out of Bo Nix's hands before his wide receiver has gotten out of his break. That's playing on time. That's what Tom Brady, that's what Peyton Manning made a living out of. And it's why they were the best of the best, because everything was on time. It's tough for young quarterbacks to be on schedule. Bo Nix appears to be figuring it out. I've been very critical of Bo Nix over the year when he's had tough games. And I'm telling you, I love everything I've seen on film in this Panthers game. Get to the end zone view. Okay. All right, here's what we got. We got a dive play. It's pretty simple, right? So we're going to combo block 77, 69 to 47. We're going to be manned up center on our nose tackle. And then we're going to be manned up over here as well. The key block is obviously going to be your double team between your right guard and your right tackle. And I don't love Mike McGlinchey's feet. Why does he get no momentum? Well, it looks like he loses his footing, to be honest. Yeah, he does. Watch his left foot here. It just slips out on him. But Mike gets no momentum. That's why we got why we don't have a play here. Also, 85 over here. Come on, Nate. We got to do better than that, brother. Nate Atkins just got punked here by Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney in year 100 still playing pretty damn good football. Okay, Broncos rush to the line. Watch. Let me see if I get. Come on, get back. Watch the offensive line, how quickly they're running to the line. Usually it's a pretty good tell when you see the offensive line sprint to the line. We're going on the hurry. We're going on the quick, set, hut, go. Everybody gets the line, gets ball down, set, hut, go. Ball's out, touchdown. Congratulations, Nate Atkins. You know what? It might have been Nate Atkins that was his first touchdown. It was one of those tight ends. I can't remember. One of those two tight ends. It was the first touchdown of their entire career. All right, we're backed up. Can't let anything bad happen. We're going to run the football. We're going to go pistol, toss 19. All right. So we're going to go combo over here from our tight end and Garrett Bowles. And we're working all the way back inside. Okay. So we're going to work right here back to 47. We got a combo block between 54 and 77 up to 56. We're man on the backside. 74's got the most difficult block. He's manned up one-on-one. And I love that momentum for Ben Powers, okay? A lot of people that don't know offensive line play would look at Ben Powers right here and they'd be like, "Man, that sucked. You got no momentum. You didn't go north and south at all." It doesn't matter. Look at how far he stretches his man. Okay, Ben Powers starts his guy right there in between the hashes. Watch where he finishes. About 5 yards, 6 yards, 8 yards outside of the hashes. That's actually a tremendous block by Ben Powers. Okay, sprint right. Again, let's watch. Cortland break, ball out. Cortland's not even out of his break, and Bo Nix has got that ball about to be already out of his arm. Good timing, good tempo. I like seeing those two finding a connection. They seem to try to get Bo Nix on the run quite a bit in this game, trying to get him out of the pocket. Bo is probably at his best when he feels like he's just being an athlete out there. So Sean Payton decides to roll out the pocket quite a bit in this game. Offensive linemen cannot get beat on a sprint right, sprint left. If you do, pack your bags, you're moving cities. Just another rock solid throw from Bo Nix on schedule. Little Jordan Humphrey comes down with this ball. Let's watch the pass protection. Okay, we got 3-jet pass protection. Okay, so we're going to be man 72-45. We're going to be man 74-94. And then on the right side, we got a 3-man slide. Okay, so Mike McGlinchey is going to be responsible for the widest rusher, whether it's this guy, whether it's corner, whether it's 56 coming off the edge. Mike McGlinchey will be responsible for the widest. Quinn Miners will have the second widest. Forsyth is going to be manned up, and then Javonte Williams, his responsibility is backside A gap. Okay. If anybody comes to the backside A gap, he's got him. If not, we scan outside. All right, let's watch Garrett Bowles. Garrett's gotten real lazy with his hands this year. If you watch, I don't look, a lot of guys are inside hand punchers. And a lot of coaches want it that way. I was an outside hand puncher because when you punch with your inside hand, what naturally happens is you open up your left shoulder, right? If you punch with your outside hand, your shoulders stay square. As a tackle, your goal is to keep your shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage as long as you possibly can. Okay, here's the white line. Garrett Bowles' shoulders, they're parallel. Watch as he's going to punch with his right hand. And okay, now we're perpendicular to the line of scrimmage. At some point, you're going to get there. It's impossible to stay parallel the entire time. But I prefer using our outside hand more than the inside hand. A lot of coaches disagree with me. That's just my personal philosophy. Garrett Bowles is in good shape here. He didn't do anything wrong. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of technique coaching. Okay, appreciate you guys that are all tuned in right now. We got 400 people tuned in. Send in your questions, your comments about the game. If there's anything you want me to go over for you, I can see your comments, whether you're watching on Twitter, on YouTube. It doesn't matter where you are. Send them in. I can interact with you. I appreciate all of you that are watching. If you guys have not subscribed to Mount Columbus Speak, would you please go over to YouTube right now and do it? The link is in my bio on Twitter if that's where you're watching it right now. If you're on Facebook, just go over to YouTube and search Mount Columbus and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification so that you always are aware when I'm putting out new content. All right, self-promo over. Back to work. Okay. We got a couple options here. You obviously got the guy on the bottom right of your screen, but we haven't gotten to that point in our progression just yet. If we back it up, okay, it looks like we're eyeing here to here. We're going to clear out our safeties right here, and we like the middle of the field, so we toss it. Spin that ball, Cortland. How's our protection? Our protection literally could not be better. Look, the Panthers suck. They do. They don't have any pass rushers. They suck at covering. They suck at run defense. They're a terrible football team. So it's easy to look at this film and be like, where's the challenge? I mean, Bo Nix, What quarterback would not thrive under a situation like this? And I'm being serious. I'm not trying to knock Bo Nix at all. I'm giving him a lot of credit, actually, because he balled out. But I mean, look at this protection, dude. Let's start at the beginning. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,005. I mean, we're close to 5 seconds before that ball even comes out, and there ain't a dude within 3 yards of Bo Nix. That's making life easy on a young quarterback. We're dealing now. Sean Payton knows his quarterback has found his rhythm, so he's decided I'm going to stop running the ball as much, and I'm going to unleash things with my QB, give him a chance to feel success. Honestly, it's important. You know, every player, every young player's got to get that taste of what dominating feels like. You've dominated your whole life. Now you're in the NFL, and you've been humbled quite a bit. This was Bo Nix's first opportunity to get that taste of a domination again. So I like it. I think that's good coaching. Put that ball in the young man's hands and let's sling that rock and let's get that taste of it so that now Bo knows what it feels like. And now you can try to replicate that feeling of domination. Okay, we got an old school counter here, man. You don't see this all too often in the NFL. The Ravens run it all the time. Very rarely in the NFL are you going to see both guard and tackle pull. You see that in Little League, you see it in high school. The Ravens run it all the time. I've not seen the Broncos do this all too much, but I like it. It's a nice little switch up. We're running out of gun, and we're going to try to get outside because we're bringing both of our guys. Okay, most important block here is going to be Mike McGlinchey. He ends up getting a little bit of extra help out of it from his tight end over here, but we're going to double team 69, 77. We're working back to 47. Our tight end ends up giving us a little bit of extra help here. He's going to chip on his way up to 56. We're going to go here with 74. And then in a perfect world, Garrett Bowles gets outside and is working up the field, working up into the alley. Okay, Troutman just messes up. That's all. He just doesn't see his guy. I don't know why, but he doesn't see 56 come over. Both Quinn Miners is working for the backside guy back here on 47. He's not able to get to him. Troutman should be going to 56 right here. He misidentifies it from the get-go, and you see 56 is right there in the hole. If Adam Troutman blocks his guy, even if he just nicks his guy, look at what we got right there. Okay, boom. Pretend 56 is blocked. We got Garrett Bowles about to lead up the field. Man, we got nothing but green grass. That should have been a touchdown. That'll be a missed assignment for Adam Troutman on his grade sheet. And throw of the game, catch of the game. This is the second best catch of the season. First best catch of the season was Cortland Sutton on that diving grab that got called back. I think it was against the Chargers, if I remember correctly. This is the second best catch of the season. One-handed grab by your tight end and a hell of a throw from Bo Nix. I mean, this is just putting a ball on a spot, man. Boom. Who knew Adam Troutman had some hands? Okay, this is not our best protection here. We're good on the right side because we got a zone blitz coming. Okay, so we got a blitz coming off the left. So Jadeveon Clowney is going to fall back. He's going to fall out into contain over here. So really no challenge for 77 and 69. 74 though, unfortunately, he does not identify it. If we would have identified this pre-snap as they should have, it's not tough to tell. Then 74 would understand that 91 is going to cross face him, because anytime you got the blitz, it means we're going to cross face, we're going to cross face, we're going to cross face, and we're going to get contained. That's just the way that it works. So when you identify things pre-snap, it's easy to tell it. Ben Powers does not identify it pre-snap. 91 crosses face on him, and he's just surprised by it. Gets beat on the inside swim. Fortunately, Bo Nix is able to get rid of that ball on time. God bless it. Look at that catch, man. Do we have nice things in Denver? Are we able to enjoy things right now? Do we actually have a few nice things? Okay, tough catch? Yes. Catchable? Hell yes. At some point, Bo Nix has got to get some help from his wide receivers. Look, Bo Nix already balled in this game, but this is one catch that I would say catch the damn ball. You get paid millions of dollars to literally catch a football. Catch the damn ball, dude. I know it's not easy. Guess what? Football's not easy. Catch the ball. Okay, this is it's like a pass 18, okay? So there's play action and then there's run action in the NFL. I would call this more run action rather than play action, but you got the whole offensive line. They're looking like it's 18. Mike McGlinchey's going to be one-on-one. We got a double team here, and then Bowles is going to check and peel back. Oh, ugh. Who's this? Hold on. Troutman. That's Troutman. Come on, brother. Watch. Okay, let me get back to the beginning. Okay, we're going to go cross flow action. So Adam Troutman's going to be over here on the right side of your screen. We're going to leave our in man on the line unblocked. Adam Troutman's going to cross flow this thing, and he's got to block Jadeveon Clowney. Tough ask? Sure. Can you do better than that? Hell yeah. Come on, man. I mean, you guys tell me. Tough catch? Yes. Catchable? Yes or no? Send it in. Send it in on the comments. Boom. Nope. Catchable? Yeah. Tough catch. Okay, another play action pass. I mean, we've only dropped back a handful of times in this game. That's the thing of beauty. Makes life super easy on your offensive line. Bo Nix drop back. Okay, boom. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can get back to the. It's going to be messed up if I try to go back to the wide zone. Bo Nix doesn't like what he sees to the right side of the field. Gets back over here. That's working your progression. I'm not sure he would have done this last week. Okay. Okay. We're checking the right side of the field. Boom. Right then. What's Bo Nix doing last week? What's he doing? He's taking off. Of course, he's taking off. We got a nice little vacancy right here. Bo Nix checked the right side of the field. First receiver wasn't open. Last couple of weeks, Bo Nix probably was not getting back to the left side of the field. This is progress, man. Okay, don't really have a whole lot to say here other than Troy Franklin. Why don't you man up and try to block somebody? I'm not super high on Troy Franklin, if you can't tell. If you can't catch the ball, and if you can't catch the ball, and if you're not a willing blocker, you're not on the field if I'm coaching you, brother. Another play action pass. Okay, looks like a Z drift. Robert Griffin's rookie year, he won Offensive Rookie of the Year off of one play. It was this. Actually, that's not Z. I think that's your X out there, but it's the same concept. It's a pretty good throw from Bo. Can't tell if the DB gets his hands in on that or not. Looks like another ball that probably should have been caught to me. All right, let's go back to the beginning. Okay, remember what I told you guys earlier? When you get this bunch look, before we had a bunch on the left side, now we got the bunch on the right side. We're gonna go 18 truck. Okay, we're gonna down block. We're gonna pull around. We're gonna pull around. And what do you know? You give the ball to Jaleel again because he's your outside hitter. He's your home run hitter. Give Jaleel some space, and he's off to the races. Okay, Mike McGlinchey's going to pull. 18 truck. Okay, 17, Vele. We got to do better than this. Vele's got to do a better job getting down on Jadeveon Clowney here. It's an ear hole shot, man. Clowney's not thinking he's going to block him. I don't know why he steps outside. Watch 17's first step. Big step to the right. No idea why he does that. We're kind of lucky. Mike McGlinchey almost wasn't even able to get out on this thing because Vele just doesn't get a good down block. And then I don't know why 84. We got another MA over here. Okay, pause. Right here, 84. We should have stayed on this guy. For whatever reason, he lets him go. Mike McGlinchey. He just says, I'm going to be a football player. I'm not going to pass up color. But Mike McGlinchey should be running down the alley. 84 should have this guy locked up. But Jaleel's fast, and fast people can outrun things. That's exactly what we do here. Good to have speed. Okay, another fake 19. Keep right. If you watch Troutman, he's going to block 1002, then he's going to get out. Okay, 1002, I'm out. 56 is about 6 yards behind the man that he's got to cover. He should have read this much quicker. He should have been out there. He's got to get back out onto 72, onto 82. Okay, this guy's that's not his responsibility. He doesn't have to drop back and cover 82. 56 has got him. The Panthers are just hot garbage at covering tight ends, specifically on the bootlegs. I don't know. I don't like him turning down contact here, though. I mean, dude, you're a big-ass tight end. Don't run out of bounds. Little guys run out of bounds. You're a big-ass dude. Throw your shoulder into this guy. Get an extra yard or two. Is that nitpicky? Yeah, it is. But I promise you, his coach is saying the same thing. You're a big-ass dude. Don't walk out of bounds. Okay, Bo missed this one just a little bit, but the referee missed something too. Okay, what do you guys see at the bottom of your screen down here? Take a look down here. You see that little white shirt right there? See that hand on that shirt? Is that shirt supposed to be going backwards unless the dude is holding him? No, it's not. Hey, referee, wake the hell up. He's literally pulling the shirt backwards. That's the definition of holding. You're holding on to something. Throw the flag, you big idiot. Bo missed this one, though. He'd like to have that one back. That's all right. He didn't miss much in this game. Okay, another bunch formation up here, right? Broncos are going to have to break their tendencies at some point because every time they go bunch, they're going tackle pull. They're going to have to run away from that here probably in this next game because now they got to get some tendency breakers. But I've been telling you, you get that bunch look. They got it again. So we're going to go T pull. We're going to down block. We're going to go around. We're going to go around. I hate this. Oh, this isn't one I thought. Okay, we got an extra tackle in the game, number 79, Matt Pert. You got to when you check into the game, you got to say 79 eligible. The referee will announce it to the stadium. But watch this down block from oh 79 messed up actually. I was about to give him credit because he ends up falling into a great block helping out Mike McGlinchey, but Matt Pert should be one-on-one here. Well, not one-on-one, it's a double team between him and 82. But he gets crossface, so 79 ends up falling in on 69, ends up giving good movement right there. And we lose this because, okay, 77's going to pull, right? Your right guard's going to pull. He's coming around, trying to get up into the alley over here. And then Alex Forsyth's got a tough ask here. All right. You've got a guy that is already got you out leveraged. He's on all fours. He's going to barrel forwards. And Alex Forsyth has got to cover up 91, not just cover him up, but he's got to get to his right hand shoulder because he knows that he's got no help from 77. 77's about to leave, right? So Alex Forsyth has got to try to get his hat over there. And he does. He actually does a good job of getting his hat there, but he gets blown up into the backfield. And Ben Powers has the exact same situation that I just described for Alex Forsyth. Neither one of them are able to get any movement. Okay, I hate this. This is clearly being coached. It's clearly a Sean Payton thing. Bo Nix has now scored 2 touchdowns this year by doing the Superman. And this one was very risky. Last time they did it, they were on like the half-yard line. So all you got to do is reach that ball out, 6 inches and you're over. This ball, shoot, they're backed up, man. I mean, he's got a full yard and a half that he's got to jump over this thing. Look, it's being coached, so okay, he's doing his job. I'm just telling you, that ball will get punched out. The Broncos have now got this on film twice. All that defensive lineman's got to do, boop, stick that hand up in there, punch that ball out. Now that ball's on the ground, turnover. I don't do it again. Okay, you got lucky. You've done it twice this year. It worked both times. The whole NFL knows that when you're going to QB sneak it down there on the goal line, you're going to go Superman, and they will punch that damn ball out. Please don't do it again. All right, we're going pistol formation. Okay, we got a quick screen out to our wide receiver. We're going to send our left guard out there to try to get a kick out. Okay, 74 is going to try to get out there. He does a decent job of getting there, actually. I don't know who the wide receiver is out there. I think it's Vele right then and there. Okay, we got to get a block there. If we get a block, we got a football play. I'm going to watch Alex Forsyth. Okay, Alex, when you see him get out, he turns back to look at this guy right here. and he decides he's not a threat, so he decides to go down the field. I wouldn't mind to see him just go ahead and peel back and block this guy because he ends up being a threat to the play. But the reason you don't have a play at all is because Vele didn't get the job done. Okay, just another phenomenal pocket. Garrett Bowles does a good job of reading it. We've got a ET over here. Okay, so end is gonna come first, tackle's gonna come around. That's why they call it an ET. Okay, so ET game. He's gonna try to earhole Ben Powers. Bowles sees it, does a good job passing it off, and then ends up getting the twister coming around. Quinn Miners, lockdown city. Good pro. Okay, we're in 2-minute mode here. Great pocket. Get the check down. Javante's trying to get out of bounds. He can't. Going 5 wide. Hail Mary. And Marvin Mims just decides, I don't want to play football today. Doesn't even turn his head around. Watch this. Doesn't even get his head around. Well, you can't really see it in this one. But until it's too late, doesn't even know that ball's being released. Okay, we take a knee. All right, that's the entire first half here. I got things to do, so I'm going to do another video a little bit later. I'll do the second half. Probably won't do that one live, but I will post it on my YouTube. So stay subscribed and go check out my YouTube, and you'll check out the all 22 from the Broncos Panthers games here a little bit later. Look, big game this weekend against the Ravens. Is it a big game in the terms of I think the Broncos are going to win the game? No, they probably won't win the game. But if you want to be a playoff team, you got to sneak out a victory against somebody you're not supposed to. I think there's 4 or 5 teams the Broncos probably should win against. You got the Raiders, you got the Chargers, you've got the Colts, you've got the Browns, and maybe the Bengals, maybe. But if you take care of your business against those teams, well, that's 5 victories. And then you got to win one somewhere else. Now, they probably won't win all the games I think they're going to win. Those are just games that are winnable. So if they drop a game that is stupid, maybe they lose one to the Raiders, God forbid. Well, now the Ravens game or the Chiefs game becomes very, very important. So Broncos would be in great shape if they could sneak out a win against either the Ravens or the Chiefs. They're okay if they don't win a game against either one of them. They can still make the playoffs, but it just makes life tough, and everything's got to go perfect after that. So big game this weekend for the Broncos. Ravens are coming off a humbling loss to the lowly Cleveland Browns. Jameis Winston did his deal and humbled the Ravens. Unfortunately for the Broncos, that probably means the Ravens are going to be pissed off. I was kind of hoping that the Ravens would maybe sleepwalk into this Broncos game. They ain't going to be sleepwalking. They're going to be pissed off because they just got humbled and embarrassed against the Cleveland Browns. So really, really big game. Appreciate all you guys that are watching right now. I will put out the second half probably later tonight or tomorrow. And until then, talk to you guys soon. Mount Columbus out.